Hello, thanks for joining us. This is Platform on the network service of the NTA. I'm Ruth Aguele. Research and development have always been intertwined, and having the requisite knowledge of how useful certain findings can translate to national development is very critical. Science, no doubt, offers opportunities for revolutionizing human activities, and biotechnology has been a major force for development globally. It contributes a lot in solving human problems that will respond to national aspirations like food security, job wealth creation, affordable healthcare delivery, and sustainable environment, which is actually part of the mandate of the National Biotechnology Development Agency. Now, in recognition of the importance of biotechnology to national development, the Federal Executive Council approved the National Biotechnology Policy, which led to the establishment of the National Biotechnology Development Agency. That was in 2001. Its mandate is the promotion, coordination, and deployment of cutting-edge biotechnology research and development processes and products for socio-economic well-being of the nation. So you ask, where are we now in the journey of sustaining biotechnology as an engine of growth for the nation? Our focus on Platform today is on broadening the horizon of biotechnology for national growth. And my guest is Director General, National Biotechnology Development Agency, Professor Abdullahi Mustafa. Thank you very much for joining us on Platform.
Thank you so much.
All right, so I'll take you through a bit of his profile. Now, prior to his appointment as Director General of the agency, that was in 2020, Professor Mustafa was a lecturer at the Federal University, Dutse, Jigawa State, where he held several academic and administrative positions. He was the pioneer head of Department Chemistry from 2012 to 2016, Director of Federal University Dutse Consultancy Services from 2016 to 2020. He was Chairman University Senate Committee on Examination-Related Misconduct, that was from 2013 to 2020, Faculty of Science and Science Education, Deputy Dean, School of Postgraduate and Head of Department at Kano State University of Science and Technology, a Professor of Chemistry, a member of the Nigerian Institute of Chartered Chemists, Royal Society of Chemistry, United Kingdom, and Fellow Chemical Society of Nigeria, an Astute Professor with 41 scientific publications and a book titled Multidentate Ligands in the Synthesis of Multimetallic Compounds, The Synthetic Approach. Professor Abdullahi Mustafa is an indigene of Dambata local government area in Kano State. All right, that's the much we want you to know about our guest for now. We have a panelist that's usual on the program, Debola Brooksley. He's a correspondent here with NTA. Thank you very much for joining us, Brooksley.
I'm very glad to be part of this program.
Thank you. So, Professor Mustafa, once again, welcome to Platform.
Thank you.
So we're looking at broadening the horizon when we're talking biotechnology for national growth. Now, just for clarity's sake, let's not assume everybody understands biotechnology, its components, how it translates to national development. Give us a background.
Well, thank you very much for having me. Biotechnology is a scientific approach towards finding a solution of any problem that a human being is encountering. And this biotechnology is a method whereby you hasten the research. Instead of doing it in a conventional way that will take you about 4, 5, 7 years or 15, at times 20, biotechnology can provide a solution within a shortest possible time with accuracy. I'll give you an example. For example, when this COVID-19 came in, it is a biotechnology process that has been used to find a solution very quick. This COVID-19 vaccine is using biotechnology approach. So in essence, biotechnology is using microorganism or using a genetic constituent of an organism to change to the desired product. So when you use the genetic constituent, you can either add it to a substrate, that is to a molecule, or to maybe any maybe plant or animal, any of substrate of interest. So you add it, and it will now go a long way by carrying that character to now modify the second substrate that you added, that gene constituent. So this modification is going to is in positive way. For example, we have a problem of drought. Drought is something that you cannot do anything about it except by cutting the carbon dioxide emission, and that will take quite a long time to do. And when you have this problem, what do you do with your crops? For example, you cannot wait until that problem is solved before you eat your food. So what you do is that you get a genetic constituent that is resistant to the drought, which means even if water is not enough in that plant, the plant will now have that character, the genetic constraint that you added, so that it will reach, for example, under normal circumstances, it requires 6 months. It requires 6 months to mature, but it can come down to about 3 months or 4. Okay. For it to mature. So that is, in essence, a simple explanation. Apart from that, there are some diseases that are affecting the crops, and using a gene constituent, for example, can cure that. And apart from that, for example, insects also affect the crops. For example, if you have maize, there are some insects that affect the maize when it is matured for harvesting, and by that, a farmer is losing tons and tons of his products. And how do you solve that problem is not by spraying, because already the plant is matured, so it's not by spray. And spray also has its adverse effects. So the only way is to add genetic constituent that will now repel the insect. And that insect is not going to come and attack your crop. So if I go on and on and on, this is what biotechnology is all about.
It's diverse, it cuts across.
It cuts across.
And if, from your assessment in Nigeria, we're looking at different innovative and emerging biotechnologies, would you say it has been fully domesticated because of the cutting-edge science?
Well, you see, that is the reason why Nigeria quickly adopted biotechnology. It's a method that the world now is embracing. Yes. Many countries around the world now are embracing biotechnology to provide a solution for their problems. And that is why quickly Nigeria adopted it and formed National Biotechnology Development Agency to see that it provides solution to its bedeviling issues. And yes, I will answer you. The biotechnology has been fully accepted and it has been fully domesticated. We are trying to see that we bring people that have knowledge in various aspects of our research focus to see that we add value to it. And to tell you the program that we have on vaccine development, recently an advert is going to go out to see that we have got people from diaspora to come back and help to give us the basic platform that we need for the vaccine development. In Nigeria, we don't have that, and we need the technology. It's the technology that will warrant us to now be on the platform that will help us to catapult our scientific approach towards diseases and ailments. So this is something that I'm telling you, Nigerians have accepted. A lot of people come from far and distant within the country, from universities, from research institutions, to come and collaborate with us. Very recently, I have spoken with some vice chancellors, which showed interest that they are coming with their expertise to come and join hands with NAFDA to produce many of the research activities that to help in the many of the research activities that we are doing in the agency towards helping the country in solving the issues that are beforehand. Remember remember, I think I need to reiterate that we have about 5 technical departments, and each technical department is saddled with that responsibility to see that it promotes the researches under its purview. For example, I mentioned medical biotechnology unit and agricultural biotechnology unit. We have bioentrepreneurship unit, and we have environment and gene and genomic environment.
We're going to break that down, but I know Adebola wants to come in.
Quickly, talking about acceptance. We still see protests, we still see campaign. Is it that you need to do more advocacy, awareness creation? You understand what I'm talking about?
I do. You see, the issue is that anything new, people will object to it. But with time, people will get used to it. I'm sure when the COVID-19 vaccine is released, a lot of people, up to now, a lot of people are protesting. Yes. They're saying this is magnet that is going to go into your body. This is something that will prevent you from giving birth. This is something, a lot of superstitions and fabricated lies. But eventually, definitely, people accepted it. In Nigeria, it's not different. We are human beings, and there are people that have the right to think, and they have the right to say whatever they want to say, but reality is reality. Science is real. Whatever you produce is real. You can go to the laboratory and practice it and repeat it, and it will work. And if you fabricated lie, you say it today, tomorrow you say then it will not stand the taste of water. So that is how it is. So definitely people will be allowed. That is the beauty of democracy. People will be allowed to talk. And when you talk, it's not necessary that what you say is true. So that is the reality. So, and people, I know they will continue to talk and talk and talk. And I believe now, definitely, if you go back into a village, you will find some people that are not, they do not accept modern medicine. They are still using traditional medicine.
Exactly.
Since those Stone Age, they are still using traditional medicine. And does that change anything? No. It is their all right to say that they want to use traditional medicine. And it is your all right that you see that the modern medicine is something that you can use in this time around, and is something that can cure you. So it's just a choice, and it's just an option that you speak, and that you speak, you can't prevent somebody who is enlightened to do the right thing. Yeah. You cannot. Whatever you say is stopped onto you. But whatever is reality is there. You know this thing that you're talking about, the World Health Organization is there, is watching and is monitoring. If it is fake, definitely World Health Organization will come up with something, say, stop. And there are many, many international organizations, and there are many experienced researchers worldwide that will come out and say, this thing is not real. But they didn't. No single researcher, as I'm talking to you, no single researcher has come out to oppose this biotechnology process.
I know.
So this is what I'm telling you. So you cannot prevent people to say whatever they want to say. Probably because they don't have knowledge. Probably because that is what they feel is good about them. Probably, you know, people are different. Somebody may just wake up and say, this is what my mind tells me, and this is what I'm going to do. And you cannot stop that person until he goes to he follows the path, and he sees that there is no light at the end of the tunnel, then he will come back.
Which is why we're actually, doing this,
Exactly.
To make people understand the importance of biotechnology. Now, part of your mandate is to promote biotechnology activities when we're looking at responding to national aspirations. It cuts across. So let's turn to the environmental biotechnology and bioconservation. If we're ensuring clean technology, bioconservation, safe environment for everybody, how effective, that's part of the departments under the agency, how effective has that been properly managed?
Well, let me just gladly tell you that the biotechnology, the environmental biotechnology department has done well as we stand now. The thing that they have brought out, we don't have a technology on producing biogas. We don't have it in the country, but now we have it in the agency. It has been produced, the biogas, the container has been fabricated, the science, that is the microorganism that is responsible for decomposing the substrate that are in there to give you the required gas that is needed for either for either burning it to cook your food or water or whatever, and then the gas that you can use to bring electricity, or whatever energy you want to convert that gas to.
Okay.
The technology has been found. The technology is there. The container has been fabricated locally here in Nigeria. And the beauty about it is that the Rural Electrification Agency has come up. They have partnered with us. We have signed an MOU that they are taking it now to the Nigerian populace around the country. They are now escalating it. We are still at one stage that when we reach, the next stage is that everybody will have that biogas.
Exactly. That is where I'm actually going to.
Yes.
Talking about commercialization. One thing is to come out with research results.
Yes.
Another thing is for those research results to die on the shelf. So where are we in terms of commercialization, patenting?
It has already been patented, and the beauty of it is that when the science has come out, we have validated it, and the Rural Electrification Agency have seen the validation, and that is why they come up. You know, they are saddled with the responsibility of electrifying or giving the energy to rural community. And that is why they come up. We used to go and buy from China, from India, from whatever. But we have the technology now. We have developed it. That's what I've been saying. We develop our own local technology. We bring it out. So that research is not on shelf. Now it is being given to Nigerians. So this is the beauty about it.
I'm waiting to see one.
Oh, definitely is there, and I can take you around whenever you come to see that biodigester that has been done in NABDA, and then the content, that is the technology that the decomposition process to give out the required gas is there. It is our own technology. It's local technology.
Tested in NABDA?
Oh, what I say, it has been validated. It is even out.
I want to see.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
I like that.
That time that the governor of Kano State came in, he said he has been hearing converting waste to wells. He has never seen it until now, because he said he has sent some people outside the country to go and train and come back and see how they can take care of the waste that is all over in Kano State. But he has not seen it in real practice until he came to NABDA. And this is something that is good, something that we should be happy about. We have research scientists that are committed, that are dedicated, that are very, very committed to their work. They are very talented, and they can produce something that Nigerians can use. And that is what the minister has been going around, I think, in our recent meeting in Lagos about bringing all this initiative, now putting it on the table. Then investors should come and invest in it so that Nigerian people will benefit. So this is what we have in the environment, and we are having a research now for cleaning the environment, like on the oil spillage, and this research has gone far. We have identified some microorganisms that decompose the spilled oil, that is the crude oil. It's the technology. You have to find the correct microorganism that decompose the oil, so that when they decompose the oil into harmless, then the soil is going to be free. Soil will be free for farmers to use, to cultivate, and use it for their normal farming process. So this is something that is going on.
I want us to look at food security, which is also part of the biotechnology processes. Nigeria talk about self-sufficiency, food production and all of that. How important would you say is biotechnology for food security in Nigeria?
Oh, definitely, definitely. This is something that is even glaringly visible. Recently, we have launched BT Cowpea in Kano. And the BT Cowpea that we have launched in Kano is something that all the farmers across the nation, they have embraced. They have embraced it because it is of high yield, and then the maruca is not affecting it. That is, there is one insect that disturb the production of the beans. As it reaches maturity, that insect attack it, and then the yield is reduced drastically. And this technology that is being inserted is something that take care of that insect. The insect cannot come and devastate the beans. So as it is now, we have launched that, and fortunately enough, when we launched that BT cowpea, the companies that were settled with the responsibility of repeating or bringing up the seed, of course, they were overwhelmed because farmers were aware. Farmers knew the advantage of that BT cowpea, and before you know it, they have bought all the BT cowpea. You can go and ask those farmers that are using that.
I've seen that.
Yes, so it's something
no
that,
doubt about that.
yes, we have done that. And then secondly, now there is a maize telemaize project. That telemaize project is in collaboration with ATF and IR Zaria. That maize is of two advantage: drought resistant and insect resistant. And this drought resistant and insect resistant is telling you that insect is not going to affect it, and then drought is not going to affect it. Most especially like this year, I think we had a drought in some areas of the north. So this is the advantage of that maize. So it has been certified by National Biosafety Management Agency, and then the next stage, within 6 months or 7, it is going to be released to the farmers to use. It is of high yield, high quality, and I'm sure when you go and ask, that one too is very, very much available.
Okay, let me take you, talking about BT now. There was a time you're talking about BT cotton. Where are we?
Oh, the
Because
cotton
industrialization, textiles, we really need this. Where is Nigeria?
To be honest with you, I would like to say you can talk with the Cotton Farmers Association.
Okay.
They have seen the advantage, and I'm receiving the president of Cotton Farmers Association in my office next week, because they have seen what you brought to them. The cotton is doing well. The cotton bud is really good and beautiful, and that insect that used to destroy it is no longer affecting it. And now what they have seen, they are making more profit. They have recently do the harvesting program in Wase, and they have harvested, I think they have had 6,000 hectares of land planted with that BT cotton. And this harvest is really, really huge. They have got over 4 kg per hectare, is it 40,000? 4 tons. 4 tons per hectare. Yes, 4 tons. I think I missed the calculation. Yes. 4 tons per hectare. More than. So what they have seen
compared to what they used to have.
Oh, definitely. What is now before us is that they are questing for more seed to be given to them. We have some companies that approach us that they want to partner with NAFDA, and then we produce more seed for them that they can use as different variety from what we have now.
Okay.
What we given the farmers. So that is what is coming. I'm just preempting what we are going to do in next week. So it's just because I'm happy to say that, oh, this is something that the farmers have seen. This is something that they are happy about. So we are going to the next stage of it, bringing more of the seed so that we can have farmers smiling more. The other aspect of it is that those ginnery industries, that is the cotton and ginnery industries, they have started resurrecting. They have started coming back. They have started coming back. I'll give you an example. There was one comatose industry in Gombe. The company has died completely. But now, as I'm talking to you, the company has come back and it is working perfectly. I could have shown you the video for that, but since I'm in the studio.
No problem.
But the cotton industry, people are working because there is availability of the cotton. And I'm telling you, as it is now, a lot of companies are now coming back to see that they process. When that process is enough, what next is the production. That is the fabric industry to start coming up, and I'm sure some have started.
The cotton is just the fuel.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's good that from what you're explaining to us, the farmers are accepting, you know, this seeds that are being tested and all of that. And not too long, the federal government released 49 new new varieties of hybrids for 11 crops to farmers to boost production through the National Variety Release Committee. Now, your agency is saddled with the responsibility to check the genetic components of these crops. What were your findings before the final approval?
Oh, definitely. We are the NAGRAP, that is the Secretariat of this National Varieties Release Committee, is under NABDA.
Oh.
So it's under our custody. So, and I was there when the varietal committee sat, and we are part of the varietal committee. Okay. And that is why we have checked everything. We were there and we have checked everything, and it was released. It's something, to be honest, that is beautiful. It's something that we need in the country, and it's something that the country needed now, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to benefit from this
In what
release.
crop families?
There is maize, there is yam, there is oat, there is beans.
Is there rice?
Yes, there is rice. Oh, you like rice?
Of course.
So there are all these variety of crops. So those are the crops that have been improved in Nigeria, and they have been released for Nigerian to use. I have tons of the papers that contain all the details about
But how beneficial would this be for the farmers?
To be honest with you, without improvement of crops, no nation can move forward. There was a scenario, somebody was saying that a corn, that is Guinea corn, that he was traveling from Niger towards Togo to somewhere else. He said as he was driving in a car, he saw that this variety, that variety of crops that he saw in the farm has not been improved for almost 17 years. If you have not improved your crops, the yield is going to drastically reduce, and the resistant to drought, resistant to pests, resistant to all these things that bring it down as it is growing, is not going to be there. And by that, a farmer will lose so much. And when a farmer is losing, that is why a lot of young guys, young people don't want to go into farming, because it's not profitable. But now...
It is profitable when you have the knowledge.
When you have the improved variety.
Okay.
The improved variety is going to give you a high yield, high quantity.
Yes. That's part of the knowledge.
Well, yes, that is it. So that is why this variety is being kept, is being improved day by day, so that we keep the plant, we keep the crop up to date. Because as you go on, the genetic constituent weird, and you get less yield, and a lot of environmental factor will act onto it, and there is no high productivity. And that is why farmers are advised to go and purchase an improved variety. It's not that when you purchase a crop today, you plant it tomorrow, next year, 10 years, 20 years.
No.
That is what brings loss. You have to buy an improved variety, then plant it.
Okay, let me take you to medical now. South Africa recently commenced the production of vaccine, and Nigeria, the giant of Africa, NABDA, to the rescue. Tell us what you're doing about this.
I told you that in the beginning of the program. I tell you that we in NABDA, we are doing all our best to see that we have bring this thing to the tables of Nigeria. We need funding, more funding. Okay. I'm telling you that today, in the next 2 weeks, you will see an advert that we are requesting this and this expert to come. The little that we are getting, that is how we put our laboratory into order. That is how we put all the basic necessity into order. Then we are bringing people. We are calling on the people in diaspora to come and help, and we produce our own. It is not about bringing the vaccine, but it's getting the technology.
Yes.
When you get the technology, then the next thing is you can produce this vaccine A, vaccine B, vaccine C, vaccine D, based on that platform of technology. So that is what we are trying to build. The platform of technology and using messenger RNA vaccine. I don't want to go into the technical aspect of it.
The major challenge you have pointed out now is funding.
Funding.
Must it be from government alone? Are you not looking
That is what
outward?
I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying. Recently we had a discussion with World Health Organization. I don't know, maybe that is why they run into South Africa, because when we had the discussion, they said they want us to start with us. And
Yes,
when they start with us,
Nigeria should have led.
Yes,
I
when
read
they
that.
start with us, then they can go to the rest
South
of the
Africa.
African countries. But I don't know what went, but
Counterpart
they moved. No, it's not counterpart funding. They moved to South Africa. We have been talking with them up to now, and I'm optimistic that something good is going to come with the World Health Organization to have a partnership with them to produce vaccine in Nigeria.
That is one stride, you know, a lot of Nigerians look forward to.
Exactly.
But let's put a searchlight on the expertise, the capability of all aspects of biotechnology in Nigeria. How would you rate it? I know research happens in different stages. So when you want to rate the expertise both for value added and the basic components of all these operations, where would you place Nigeria?
Well, to be honest with you, Nigeria is a very wonderful country. Let me tell you something. If you go outside the country, you will see a lot of Nigerians that are experts in different fields of research. If you come into Nigeria, a lot of people have trained in outside the country, and then they have come back to Nigeria and they are doing their researches. The only thing is putting ourselves together. Putting ourselves together is what I have just mentioned. We put an advert. We need so and so expert to come and join hand with us so that we can move ahead. We have the expertise. We have people that are very, very good in research. In industry, they are there. In universities, they are there. In research institutions, they are there. So we just need them to come and put hands together. If we pull the researchers together, that is us done. The
And
next
also
thing
having
is
the
funding.
right environment to operate,
Yes.
infrastructure.
That is funding. That is what I'm telling you, funding. Funding is what it is. Recently, what we are looking at is collaborating with other countries.
Okay.
Yes, outside Nigeria, apart from those people that we are, those agencies,
experts.
universities, and all that we are collaborating. Now we're looking outside the country. Like recently, we are looking at Morocco, and Morocco, they have come in. We have several meetings, and we are going to have tissue culture collaboration, so that in the medical department, and this medical department, when we have a tissue culture technology, is that you don't need to go outside for medical tourism. In any case, when you have like a cartilage in your bone that is weird or something like that, you have to go outside. You have to go outside the country. So we are now collaborating with them to transfer the knowledge in between us, so that we come up with something very, very strong. And apart from that, we have some other collaborations like biofertilizer that we're going to bring because we are keen into agriculture. This government focus is agriculture completely, and provided we can sufficiently feed ourselves, the rest will take its shape.
I'm glad you took us back to agriculture. There's been a lot of controversy in the past. I don't know if it's still there. You would tell us. When we're looking at genetically modified foods. There's been some people are yet to accept, some have accepted. You talk about the cowpea that was launched. Now, for clarity's sake, why are there GMOs that are good produce, and are there the ones that may not be? Educators.
All the GMOs are good.
Okay.
All. You see, before a GMO food is produced, there are certain stages that are being followed. Those stages go through certain scrutiny. The scrutiny, not by our agency, by third, fourth, fifth party. We have National Biosafety Management Agency, which is saddled with responsibility of making sure whatever is being done must be scrutinized so that it is not harmful. They have sophisticated laboratory, and they do it here, and they make sure whatever we produce is not harmful, whether now or in the near future.
I'm
or
sure
in the
you're
far
aware
future.
why I brought this up. You know what happened when GMOs was first introduced in the country. The controversy was not pleasant.
At all.
That is what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Whatever is new, I'm 100% sure that whatever is new is being brought to people, people just object to it. They just object naturally. This is human nature. It's not that something new is bad. No. It's because they misunderstood it. Misunderstanding can come from lack of knowledge.
Yes.
Misunderstanding can come from lack of exposure. Misunderstanding can come from timidity, and some people are just scared. I want you to taste it. If nothing happened to you, then. And when we wait until other countries have gone far, we still are going to be at their mercy. We don't have the technology. And if you wait until those countries that can produce using biotechnology, then by that time they have gone far. So why will you place yourself? Like now, are you telling me that Americans that is eating, that is producing this, they don't know what they are doing, that they are producing it and they are consuming it? Canada, China, all other European countries that are there, are you telling me they don't know what they are doing? They know. They have their scientists. No scientists have come and said this is wrong. But it's just because people have the right to say that we don't like something new. We are used to conservatism. We have to stay the way we are, status quo. I don't think there is any way that I will doubt a scientist. Without science, you cannot be in this studio. Without science, you cannot fly the aeroplane. Without science, you cannot have internet. With 5G, people are complaining. But it's real, it's science, nothing.
And they're accepting it now.
Of course, that is exactly what is happening.
Gradually.
Everybody is accepting it.
Gradually.
Because it's momentum. If you are not going with the momentum, you'll be left behind. And that is exactly what is happening in biotechnology. It's an emerging science. It's a new science. You either accept it or you fold your hand. At the end of the day, you have no square to fit. There is no square for you to fit in.
But you know, we have policies that could aid effective implementation of this modern biotechnology practices. Implementation. What is happening to implementation and how much sensitization is out there? If people must adapt, if people must accept even the genetically modified crops and all of that and other aspect of biotechnology.
We are not saying people must accept, people must adapt. We are telling people this is science and this is what we produce for you people. It's to your advantage. I've told you that it's your all right to say, no, I don't want it. But what we are producing is genuine, is clean, is safe.
Okay.
But it's part of your mandate to promote these processes. So people accepting, it shouldn't be a must, yes, but it's part of the responsibility to pass that information.
And that is what we have in the agency. We have what is called Open Forum for Agricultural Biotechnology, and is saddled with the responsibility to create awareness, awareness of people accepting it. And there is a town hall meeting that was organized, that has been organized, and there are some stakeholders meeting, scientific community meeting, the journalist meeting, the professional meeting. We've been interacting with many and many civil society groups to tell them what is biotechnology. And then when we tell them, we hear feedback from them. And that is the result that you are seeing. Farmers have accepted this cowpea. Farmers have accepted this cotton. Farmers are anxiously waiting for the maize to be released. Farmers are anxiously waiting for this soybean to be released. Okay. Yes. Soybean is in the pipeline, and farmers are anxiously waiting for the products to be released for them to see. And I'm sure that is what you're talking about. We are looking up to NAFDA for vaccine development.
Yes.
drugs development. There are so many things that are happening. We are working on diseases that are peculiar to our country, like Lassa fever. You have been carrying the news.
Yes.
Who is going to come and do this research for you? We have to do it. We have repurposed a drug, and it is in the clinical trial now.
Wow.
And we are working to see, yes, for the Lassa fever. That is the development under Genes and Genomics department. So we are working on that. And apart from that, in the genes and genomics, there are some researches that have been taken, like the improvement of milk production per cow per day, and then the improvement of meat production per cow, so that we enhance this. We support the program of the federal government, that is National Livestock Transformation Program. If you go to outside the country, you see that a cow can produce 50 liters per day.
Yes.
And it is their breed they have now converted using research to produce that 50 liters per day. How can you compare it with our own that can produce maximum 2-3 liters maximum per day? So we are improving on that, and we have reached to the certain level of that improvement. We have a farm in Ocean now, and we have some segregated number that can produce up to 9.5 liters per day per cow. So that research is ongoing. We have concluded the first portion, and we are going into the second portion of the research. And we are working tirelessly. I told you about the soybean. The soybean is something that is good to the economy of the country, and it has a value chain. You can produce soy milk, you can produce tofu, you can produce oil, you can produce different types of oil, and many more, and even chicken feed and what have you. So that one, we are improving on it. We rely heavily on importation of soybean because the demand in the country is really high. So we rely heavily. So now we focus on that. We are going to produce it very soon. We have crossed the HT soybean. We have got F1. Then we are going to go to F2, and then before you know it, we'll have the variety that is needed. The gene has been transferred. Then we'll go into safety tests, and then we produce it for farmers to use. And we are working tirelessly. We are going to work on, we have put a proposal between us and AATF, and we are waiting to see how we can improve on guinea corn. Okay. Guinea corn is something that is also of economic value in the country. Yes. And that one too, we are working on it, and very soon, when we get the funding, we have identified the guinea corn that we are going to improve on, and then we spring into action. It's step by step, and I'm sure by the time we have come out with all these our researches, Nigeria is not going to be the same in terms of agriculture and health and environment sector.
That's correct, and that is so exciting. But we're looking at your collaboration. Can you tell us how much you are really collaborating in terms of this interagency collaboration? You talk about ITA.
No, ATF is African Agricultural Technology Foundation.
Anyone in Nigeria?
Institute of Agricultural Research. We have a Syria Research Institute in Badegi. We have the other universities that are around us, and many more research institutes like VOM and some other sister agencies that are within science and technology. We are collaborating with them, all the sister agencies that are under science and technology, and we have Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria. Also, we are collaborating with them, and also the Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Environment. We have collaborating with them.
Yeah, just like a hub.
Yes, of course, we are collaborating with them. We remember we are dealing with the environment, we are dealing with agriculture, we are dealing with health, we are dealing all these things, and industry, we are dealing with that, and that is what we are doing.
Do we have enough biotechnology laboratories across the country?
Yes, we have laboratories in the country, but we can't say enough. Because enough is that when you can do everything within the country without going outside the country. So still there are some components of the research that we go outside to do. And that is why I push forward, and I have been pushing to see that we have gene construct laboratory in the country.
Okay.
We don't have gene construct. It takes some money to build and equip. When we have that, the only thing is we push our people to a little training so that we can now take the control in our hand. The gene construct is done outside the country because we don't have enough equipment.
But your work is more on gene manipulation.
Yes, that is true.
So that should be more of the focus.
Yes.
No, what I'm saying, a component.
Okay.
A component of laboratory. You said we have all the laboratories.
Okay.
I said a component of laboratory you have to go outside and do.
Okay.
And that is why I'm saying we need that little component to be done in Nigeria so that we don't need to go anywhere.
So that's the only thing left.
That's the only thing that we are pushing for. And when we get that, we don't need to go any other country to do anything.
Falling back to funding.
Yes, that is true.
But partnerships, that could be something investors can look into.
That is true. That is true. We're approaching that some investors, and we're hoping that we can get some funding from them. But when we have something from government, that component of laboratory has been built, some equipment has been fixed there. That is all. We do quite a lot here, but that is the only component that is now missing that we have. Although some other countries in the world, they are like that. Like they don't do every science there, but we are giant of Africa. I believe we can do that. We can do all our science enclosed in the country.
In terms of percentage, what will you assign to this missing link?
It's about 20 or 15%.
So I think it's a pass mark.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Either 15 or 20%.
For a developing nation like Nigeria, I
Yes.
always say we're work in progress. And let's also look at product development and services. We're almost rounding off this conversation. I know one of the department is bioentrepreneurship and extension services. How is this translating to job creation?
Oh, that is it.
Okay.
You see, the bioentrepreneurship, we have so many aspects of the researches that we do. Then we take it there to train people. Part of what we do is to train people. But don't forget, there are some components of this job creation that you've forgotten. Like now, the cotton that we have produced. How many people do work in the farm? Count them. Okay. How many people do plug the cotton board and pack it? How many people process in the company? How many people now carry it? So if you look at this, it's thousands or millions of people that benefit from what we bring, just one thing, like the cotton. If you take cowpea, how many people benefit? If you say from farm, from the production after harvesting, from planting to harvesting, after harvesting, then you take it to the market, after the market, then you take it to a restaurant, and then the people that...
And homes.
Yes. So you see how many jobs have you created there. So there are millions of jobs that have been created. That is the essence. That is why the federal government has established this National Biotechnology Development Agency. Millions of jobs. So when you come back to this calculated number that you want to see, it's something that just yesterday I was at the NYC Secretariat. We have partnership with them. Okay. We train youth in their campus. And then these youth, these youth, when they come out, they have something to rely on. They have something that they can do.
Yes.
And they have no basis to rely on government job. Fingerlings production, mushroom production, snail production, and many other processes. So that is what we do. So a lot of things are going on in the bioentrepreneurship. Also, they do research apart from that job and wealth creation.
Okay.
They do research, and then the research that is being done is, for example, starter yogurt culture.
Okay.
There are microorganisms that when the yogurt industry, those that are in yogurt business, the fermentation process, there are microorganisms that you add to it for the production of this yogurt. So this starter culture is not being produced in Nigeria. You buy it from outside the country. And now we have 6 microorganisms that has been tested and proven in the country here in National Biotechnology Development Agency, which is an indigenous. And that is why I'm calling on those people that have this yogurt company to come let us partner with them We have it. It has been tested, and you don't even need those ones that you buy from outside. You need cooling situation, low temperature. Our own, you can just put it outside because it is within the country. It's found in the country, and it is acclimatized. Something that need normal temperature, and you don't need to spend more.
Professor Abdullahi, they said knowledge is power, right?
Yeah.
Just very briefly before I let you go, I know you have a roadmap and you want to see that sustainability plan for biotechnology industry to thrive and stay. You know, you want to see that prosperity. Do you see a time in Nigeria where the tides would change?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. And I'm assuring you, in the next 10, 15 years, we'll turn around the agricultural sector completely. Because a lot of people, just as I've explained, the farmers of cotton are now rushing back to go back to the farm. Now, the farmers that are using this cowpea are rushing back to the farm. So also when we bring the maize, it is going to change the perspective. So also when we bring all other products that were in the pipeline, that is how I see Nigeria in the next 15 years, 10 to 15 years. A lot of things are going to change using biotechnology.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Abdullahi Mustafa, for that insight and for educating us on the importance of biotechnology. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Adebola Brookslyn, thank you for your inputs.
Thank you too. I'm glad I've been educated. I got some top-ups too.
All right, so we've been looking at broadening the horizon of biotechnology for national growth. It's about time when we're looking at innovations, emerging technologies. Biotechnology has no doubt come to stay in Nigeria. That's Platform. Thank you very much for your time. I'm Ruth Aguele. Bye.